Definitely cutting edge radio. The Chris Top Program.
Take it from the top.
Sometimes I think I push people a little too hard. It's because I want the best.
Life is good, I'm gone. Okay, I will.
Okay, so do you need some time to prepare or are you ready?
Take it from the top.
The Chris Top Program on Spreaker and PKN Radio.
Life is good, and I am gone. Yeah.
I have to say I'm pretty excited. I never in a million years thought I could get someone as big as Lady Gaga on the Chris Top Program. I mean, honestly, I think she made more money than Oprah did last year. And at the same time, I'm pretty nervous because, as most of you know, or those of you who listen to my show off and on, you know that Lady Gaga sort of sends off my Gaga gag reflex, is what I call it. And I like to run a professional show, so the last thing I want to happen is I lose my lunch during the interview. I mean, for some reason, I associate her with this smell of spam, and I don't know why, but I was always taught growing up that I should face my fears head on. So that's what I'm here to do today. I know for a fact you're not here to listen to me, so I would like to welcome Lady Gaga to the program.
Hello.
Hi, guys.
How are you?
Well, I'm Waba. Thank you for asking. That was very nice.
I agree.
Just out of curiosity, and please don't be offended by this, but I'm kind of curious as to why you don't have pants on.
I don't like pants.
Can you just not find any that fit properly? I know it must be very difficult to find pants that are made of meat.
I don't know.
Oh, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. As a matter of fact, I'll just slip mine off as well. That way, I figured if I don't have pants on, then it's not quite as awkward.
Okay.
I don't know why you're laughing. I don't take my pants off for everybody.
Well, I dream about it a lot. You know, I don't know, I suppose I could lie to you and not tell you the truth, but the truth is I do think about it.
About me taking my pants off.
You're pretty sexy.
Oh, you think I'm sexy? Really?
Well, you don't have long hair and stink.
Well, and you don't smell like spam like I had thought you would.
Thank you so much.
You know, Lady Gaga, when you first started hitting the charts, there were a ton of rumors flying around the world about you. And one of them was that you actually had, I don't even know how to say this, man parts. And I want to get this clear once and for all. Do you? And I have to say I'm a little bit uncomfortable because I do see a bulge, and I'm not quite sure what that is.
It's not real.
Well, if it's not real, what is that exactly?
That part of my life has just really changed.
Okay, so you say it's changed. How long have you had that?
In the womb.
The technology has just really changed.
Okay, so you were born that way. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Were you surprised to find out you were different?
Yes, of course. I was so surprised.
Okay, Lady Gaga, just excuse me for just 1 second. I was trying not to do this, but I'm having a very difficult time, and I'll feel better. Just okay, hang on.
Stop.
Yeah, sorry about that. I think I'm just a little bit nervous because you're such a big star.
Thank you.
Have you ever had this effect on anybody else besides me?
Thousands of people. Underground communities to an almost nauseating degree.
Okay, I noticed you're always changing your look. Sometimes you even looked a little orange. Today you look kind of pale. Is there something wrong?
I started.
That could be a little too much info, but I did ask, so I guess we can roll with it. How old were you when you first started your, or that time of the month?
I was 4.
You were 4. Wait, what?
I was 4.
You were 4. Okay, hang on just 1 second.
This is awesome.
I do, once again, I apologize. I'm not making you sick, am I?
No.
So Aunt Flo actually started to visit you when you were 4 years old. Was there something wrong?
I was tested.
You were tested and everything came out okay.
And I still am fairly troubled.
I don't really know exactly why it happened.
Well, okay, what kind of test was it?
An exorcism.
Was that your parents' idea? Were they okay with the exorcism?
For the most part.
Okay, so in the end, they didn't find that you were possessed.
I don't show any signs.
You don't show any signs. Well, you must have been relieved.
I cried. I genuinely was moved to tears.
You know, Lady Gaga, I have to say, this is one of my most interesting interviews to date. I hope you're having a good time.
I'm just falling asleep.
Oh, okay. Well, I have an interesting story that I could share with you if you want.
I'm not interested.
That was totally rude. So what do you want to talk about?
I think that question is kind of ridiculous.
Sorry about that. Sorry. So when you were growing up, was there anything that Lady Gaga was afraid of?
My big fear was of the anglerfish. I battle my childhood fear every night.
Does the anglerfish still haunt you?
Every moment of my life.
Oh, that's really sad. Does anything else bother you?
Still does.
Wait, what? I'm sorry, what did you say?
Still does.
Why do you have a fear of that?
Because everybody called me a tranny robot and thought that I had a little penis.
All right, hang tight.
Do you want me to yak?
No, really, I don't want you. No, see, no, that's not, that's not really not cool.
Weird.
Oh boy, are you all right?
I'm okay.
I am so sorry, Lady Gaga. If this wasn't live, I'd go back and edit that out because I know you don't want people hearing you throw up on live radio.
People think I'm sexy.
You know, I would really love to be a good host at this point and offer you a Mountain Dew, but for some reason I can't find them.
I took those.
How did you do that?
I really focused.
Okay, fine. Let's just move on with the interview. How did your parents feel about your career choices?
My mother was crying.
It was like there's two guys having sex.
I don't understand the comparison. What does two guys having sex have to do with your mother crying?
I appreciate a great question. The gay community is the single reason that I'm here.
Okay. Well, that sort of leads me to my next question. Are you bisexual?
I didn't say, I would just say, yeah. Am I bisexual? Whatever you want to call it, you can call it.
Well, have you ever considered being in a relationship with just a man?
I don't relate to it.
Really enjoying traveling the world and sleeping with really good-looking people.
Well, I suppose that's one of the perks to being a superstar. Do you find it morally okay to lead that kind of a lifestyle?
I genuinely have religious vision.
Wow, people must think you're just totally insane.
I have tested borderline positive.
Are you okay with being crazy?
I really worked myself from the ground up.
Do you ever just step back and take a look at yourself and say, this is where I want it to be today?
I look at everything that happens to me.
Well, Lady Gaga, when people look at you and they start to push, and they start to say, well, you're not a real pop star. You're just in it for the shock factor. That's how you get your attention. How do you push back?
All the way down the stairs.
Really?
Yes.
Well, when is enough enough? How do you know when to stop pushing?
This basement area.
Okay. Say a young lady comes up to you and says, Lady Gaga, give me some advice. How can I make it to where you are today?
I worked hard.
I was always honest about my sexual freedoms. I did something wrong and I have to fix what I did.
Wonderful. That's some great advice, Lady Gaga. Any final words before we call it a day? If you could have one single wish, what would that be?
A world where we can all, in the future, love more harmoniously and more equally.
Oh, well, that's beautiful. I didn't even expect that. Anything else? Anything at all?
A world where everybody called me a tranny robot and thought that I had a little penis. Sick.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much, Lady Gaga, for being on the Chris Top program.
Okay, thank you.
This is awesome, to an almost nauseating degree.
All right, there you have it, Lady Gaga. I don't want you to move because you're absolutely, positively, 100% in the right place. The Chris Top program will be back. I'm Chris Top of the Chris Top program. If you're ready to broadcast on Spreaker.com, why not get 50% off your first month? Just type in the promo code ChrisTop50. That's all one word, all lowercase, on Spreaker.com.